Today I'm joined by Diack. He has a boat with a 250 EFI Mercury on it and he has some questions around propellers. How are you today, Kim?
G'day Richard, how are you?
Good, thank you. So what's the deal with your boat?
Okay mate, well I've had it for a number of years. Overall I'm happy with the boat's performance, but it's a bit sluggish getting at the hole and up on the plane. I suspect it may be a prop related issue, which is why I've come to see you today.
Your engine's been regularly serviced and you're 100% sure that it's running as it should do?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rightio, so the next thing we do in selecting the correct propeller is what is the current maximum revs you can achieve from your engine?
About 5,000.
About 5,000, okay. So for a Mercury 250 EFI, the manufacturer, Mercury Marine, specifies 5,000 to 5,800 RPM. So I'd suggest yours is slightly over-propped with what propeller you got on there now. We'd try and get it more towards that 5,600 RPM range.
Okay.
So Kim, do you know what size or what pitch propeller you've currently got?
No. 21-inch stainless pitch propeller.
Okay, so a 3-blade propeller, 4 or 5? 3-blade?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would pulling 5,000 RPM, and that's with a half a load of people and fuel on board.
Pretty much.
Okay, so I think that's running a little bit low. The engine will be labouring a little bit. So I'd suggest where we start with is going down to a 19-inch pitch propeller. By dropping 2 inches of pitch, we're going to effectively increase your top engine speed by about 400 RPM and give you better takeoff power out of the water. Better hole shot, as they call it.
Yeah. How are we going to test that? How are we going to work out that it's better for me?
The only way to test this and verify it is to physically fit that propeller to your engine and take your boat out and test run it in a controlled environment. And by that I mean half a tank of fuel, 2 or 3 people on board, bring the engine up to temperature and then run it to wide open throttle in a trimmed position, and whatever RPM we achieve, and I feel if we go from a 21-inch pitch prop down to a 19, currently you're running at 5,000 RPM, you will probably be achieving 5,400. You achieve that and I think we've got your propping bang on. Getting the right pitch on your prop, allowing the engine to run freely up to the manufacturer's specified maximum RPM will increase your fuel efficiency, your engine life cycle and your general boating enjoyment.
Okay, I feel a lot better about that. Evaluation and test. Now, the burning question, aluminium or stainless steel?
It's an excellent question. That comes up on a daily basis, multiple times per day. Both aluminium and stainless steel propellers are awesome in what they achieve. There's pros and cons for both. Aluminium, the biggest pro is it's less expensive off the bat. A con for it is it's not as durable as a stainless steel propeller. You hit a sandbar, hit a log, it will bend the blade and it's not as rigid as a stainless steel propeller. Stainless steel props, extra strength, stronger, far more durable, far more hard wearing. But unlike the aluminium, if you do strike something on the bottom with a stainless steel propeller, it will often transfer that impact damage into the gearbox, causing you more problems down the line.
Heard that.
You've heard that? Yeah, that helps out. Aluminium, there's pretty much an aluminium prop to fit every size outboard from the largest outboard to the smallest one, and they do a fantastic job. There is really no issue with aluminium props. Stainless props, because the metal, the structure is so much more rigid, they do tend to perform better speed because the blades don't flex under load at all.
Okay, yeah.
But both stainless and alloy will do a job for you.
Yeah. So when I'm down the ramp, I'm looking at boats and I'm seeing some have got a 3-blade prop, some have got a 4-blade prop. Where do I go?
So a 3-blade propeller is a great all-round propeller. Gets you up on the plane, gives you good reverse thrust, gives you good manoeuvrability, good control. A 4-blade or 5-blade propeller will give you better hole shots, so better takeoff power, say in a water skiing, wakeboarding, ski biscuiting application, but you do lose some reverse thrust ability with a 4 or 5-blade propeller. Both work exceptionally well in their correct applications.
Okay.
In summary, propping a marine engine is a science and there is a bit of an art form to it, but there is, over and above what we've discussed, there's a bunch of other variables. Engine height relative to the boat, the way the boat's weighted, balanced, how much gear you've got on board, which all can have an impact on the boat's performance and the propeller's performance. And that's why manufacturers have a broad RPM range. In the case of your engine, it's 5,000 to 5,800.
Gotcha.
You fill your boat up with fuel, your fishing equipment and bait for the day, and two of your big fishing buddies.
Yep.
You head out, you fish all day, you've been cruising around, suddenly you've burnt 150 litres of fuel, so that's another 150 kgs gone. You've consumed some water, you've got rid of bait, suddenly your boat's lighter, and then it'll pull slightly more RPM. Gotcha. So we try and prop it in the middle of where it should be.
Yeah.
So we achieve that, in the case of yours, 5,400, 5,500 RPM.
Yeah.
That way when it's a light boat, it'll be close to 5,008, and when it's heavy, it'll be somewhere around 5,200 RPM.
Okay, Richard, you're obviously a propeller guru, but if I was to look online, whereabouts would I find the information you've talked about, the options?
Kim, the best place to find this information is on our website, promptparts.co.nz. You can see running behind me, we've got a propeller lookup function, which allows you to enter the make, horsepower of your engine, pitch propeller you're after, the material, be it aluminium or stainless steel, number of blades, 3-4 blades, and then that will return propeller results that fit the splines and fit the make and model of your engine. That address, to go to it again, is Promt Parts, P-R-O-M-T, parts.co.nz.